Welcome, everyone. This is the first real episode of Lounge Talk. I got Tommy and I got Funk next to me. It's been a couple months that we've tried to get this together. We said in April that we were going to have it done by May, and now it's about to be November. But we're live. We're here. We're done with the weddings. The weddings are all done.
Thank God.
It's good to be here.
Yeah,
Funk.
It's great to be here. I mean, it's been a lot of work in progress. Dude, the last month and a half, you're at a wedding every weekend. You just got married.
I'm ringed up.
So it's been tough, but we've got the full team here now, and it's great to finally get it underway. We've got a lot to talk about. We just got our hearts broken by the Phillies. We're about to get really bored by the Sixers in about 4 hours, and then of course we got our birds. So, starting off, Jar, how was the wedding?
The wedding was great. We did run a parlay for the wedding, an all-day parlay. I crafted it the day before, and I made sure that there wasn't going to be any stress by the time the wedding got there if it got close. We did a 12 o'clock games, and then the night games. So we lost on Fresno State, but the wedding itself was amazing. It's kind of weird.
We lost on Fresno State, and at the time, it was probably induced by a couple beverages, but
Sure.
I decided it was best instead of the hedge to triple down.
I mean, we're on the dance floor at my wedding. Probably not gambling, but the wedding itself
was never a hedge. It was never a hedge.
The wedding itself was great. I love being able to say my wife. Now I could really lock in on the bets. You know, the month of October and September was the bets and the wedding. Now I'm locked in on her always, but the bets were locked in now.
He was walking down the aisle, and I had no serve to see the Alabama score. I was freaking out.
They were like giving him hand signals, Bama up. You know.
Yeah,
so
I was looking at my boy just like.
Go to bed.
Not during the ceremony, but
yeah.
After. I was like, yo, what's up, Bama? Like,
once the reception ended, Bama second half went underway, and they started balling. We were feeling good. We're taking photos. You're down to one leg. But has anything changed now that you're married in your betting structure? Like, you said it's a little easier. You don't worry about the wedding. Do you feel a little different? You're a married man.
I'm just trying to hammer bets now. I'm just trying to fucking hammer bets. Win crazy parlays, straights, whatever it is. Like, that's where I'm at right now. And I feel like that's always where I'm at. Right. But, you know, when you have so much going on in life, like, you want to win bets, but you still got to focus on other shit too. So now I'm locked in on the bets.
I love that.
But meanwhile, while I was locked in on everything else, my man Tommy.
It's on a heater.
Tommy was on the heater of.
We've been on a run. We've been on a little run.
Would you call it the heater of your life?
Probably 2 years ago, NBA, just as far as like lottos, but as far as
I think longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah, sure. I don't think I've ever, and I've known you for 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you this locked in on consistently for long, where you're dialed in.
I've never had seven consecutive green weeks in my life.
Yeah, I mean, you're unreal.
But the funniest part about that is like, it only matters if it keeps up. Like yesterday, it was probably my first NBA started. Not a great NBA day yesterday. Immediately, everybody forgets about the last 7 weeks. So it's just, but.
What have you done for
that's the game. That's the game you play.
So Tommy and I, we've done this. As all you're watching, if you're watching us, you know we've done this for a while. I've been doing it for almost 3 years now. Tommy too. There's ebbs and flows in this. You know, October for me it hasn't been my best month. But if November is my best month and October is my worst month, like, we're still coming out ahead. So it's gambling. Everyone knows this. Tommy knows this. Funk knows this. Yeah. Most of our people have been following us. It's up and down sometimes, and that's where I'm at. But Tommy has just created a way to continue to rise and step his game up, and it's truly impressive.
So how'd the heater begin? It was what, MLB playoffs, or was it more NFL?
The heater began at the wedding.
MLB playoffs, like every night.
The day after the wedding. The heater began the day after the wedding.
Yeah, your wedding spawned the run there, I think.
Dude, wedding.
It was Trey, it was Bryce. I mean, it was every night.
The Phillies RBI stacks were great. The whole
Astros too.
Astros too, of just like their top 3 hitters.
Yeah, I think a big thing, like we talked about at the wedding, like, yo, we both lost a lot of money the last month. We're getting it back. Yeah. We're about to get it back. And when I say this man got it back, I would say he probably tripled it back. Just like,
it was a good
like that.
And NFL's been great. Like, as bad as the product on the field has been this NFL season, like it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's something to talk about. Like NFL, I feel like it's a struggle for 80% of the teams to score 2 touchdowns in the league right now. And I think that's probably comes with no preseason.
Right.
I think we're going to start to see a pickup now. Week 8, teams are settling in. Coaches are familiar with everything.
Right.
It's going to pick up.
It is weird because it feels to me in the past with the NFL, the issue is it's a parity issue. Like there's some teams that are just horrible. This year, it feels like outside of Carolina, anybody can kind of play with anybody, but that doesn't help the product. Like these games
I don't think it's parity. I think that there's no good quarterbacks. Like
Yeah.
half the league doesn't have a quarterback, and the coaching is at an all-time low.
I mean, Brian Johnson's horrible.
Horrible.
Right now,
He's struggling.
that could change.
He looked all right against Miami.
Sorry,
You know,
but you look at a
they-
guy like Gardner Minshew. Like, how is
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew a backup, but Mac Jones is still a starter? Mac Jones
Yeah.
is horrible.
although they played pretty
And then
well
they have Bailey
last week.
Zapp after him.
They played well last week, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's not good.
I think
He's not
we were
good.
all
Sorry,
sweating
Pats
that.
fans.
He's not
We were,
good.
we were all sweating that over, and then it ended up hitting by 20 points almost.
Yeah.
Which over?
The Buffalo, New England, they're 4th and goal at the 1. They
Oh,
score.
yeah.
If they don't score, they lose, and then like there's 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah,
after
my
that.
dumbass took the Bills.
Yeah, dude.
Awful.
The other, who were they playing? They were reversed. Every team was reversed. I was so
They're playing
confused.
the Patriots.
Yeah, but the Pats were reversed.
I don't give a shit. I was like, Josh Allen, it's not.
I looked at it, I'm like, that's not, you know.
It's another team. The Bills are just like, are they good? Are they not good? Like, I can't tell you.
I can't tell either.
I think Josh
see tonight.
since Josh Allen got hurt last year, he's
It's been
stunk.
different.
He
Yeah.
stunk.
He's still making all the same like mistakes and like
Yeah.
bad. I thought this year he was gonna like clean up the turnover aspect, and he really hasn't at all.
Yeah.
So we'll get into the Bills more tonight in a little bit. They got the big game. We got some picks for you guys, but let's go a little final thoughts on the Philadelphia Phillies. I know it's a tough one to bring up, but I think it's worthwhile to just get some closure on the year. Look forward to next year if you guys want to. If you don't want to, we can go right.
I
back
think-
to it.
Listen, the Phillies came out the first half of the year, they were flat.
Mhm.
They kind of found lightning in a bottle at the end of the year like they did the previous year.
Mhm.
They were able to hide how shitty their bullpen is by their offense the second half of the year. I mean, Kimbrel, if you watch the Phillies every game, Craig Kimbrel struggled
Yeah.
every time he came in. But
Even when it was a save scenario, it was the loudest outs ever. Like the Acuna,
Right.
the Acuna hit that didn't get out of the ballpark, that would have been a grand slam and like changed that whole series.
Yeah.
Like that, what was that? 4 feet short of the everything
Yeah.
changing.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm very upset, but they deserve to lose. The way
Yeah.
the bats got cold, the first 2 games of the Diamondback series was great.
Yeah.
The last 5 games, not only the pitching sucked in the bullpen, the bats got cold. You didn't
Yeah.
deserve
Not
that.
even at the bats got cold,
They
but
certainly
you
did.
just can't rely on solo home runs. Shout out my boy Prop Father was saying this like 5 games ago. You can't only have solo home runs. We
Right.
left even in the games that they were winning by a lot,
They can't
we still were
manufacture.
leaving 10 base runners on a game, and you
Right.
can't do that if you're gonna win baseball games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean they were totally just riding vibes, solely on vibes, and I think they just hadn't had enough experience in a long series. They were beating up on teams quickly, and the Diamondbacks were the first team that punched back.
I mean, and Rojas, I mean, he's a young player. I think he's going to have a fine career.
Yeah.
He's a really good defender, but like,
Yeah,
we
I
might as well.
would've gone
We might as
Passion.
well been having the pitcher bat
Yeah,
at
I
this.
mean, put,
Like,
put Cole Hamels back out there.
you can't have bases loaded, biggest at bat of the series, and we have a guy that's had 1 hit who's batting literally 1 hit the entire postseason.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you can't.
I mean it's easy to Monday morning quarterback with a lot of the Philly stuff, but they totally
Nah, but
just
the Kimbrel thing is not even Monday morning
No,
quarterback.
that's
Like
not.
you just watched him blow it. You've
Yeah.
watched him almost blow it 5 times, and
Yeah.
you said, "Let's throw him back out there and see if there's a different result."
Yeah.
And it was just the same exact
Yeah, I
result.
mean, it just it's the postseason. You set your roster before it. I mean, they didn't
They
have much else.
Yeah,
all we know is pain the last few
All we
years.
know is
All we
pain,
know
but-
is pain the last
but-
few years.
yeah.
We got the Super Bowl.
And-
Yeah.
No, we
That's-
sold our souls for the Super Bowl.
We sold our souls for the
the
Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl. In,
I think it's
2018.
extremely underrated that we've lost 3 championships in 12 months. And you're right. If we didn't have the Super Bowl, it'd be all we think about all the time, and it's worth it for getting that one
Dude,
Super
the
Bowl.
Sixers game 7, Phillies game 7 with 2 closeout games at home.
It's
To a team that, like,
You know-
on paper, like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm biased, but, like, you look at the rosters between the Diamondbacks and the Phillies, like, straight up just on paper,
It's night and day.
you should win that series.
Yeah, I mean, you should win that series.
It's
We
frustrating,
lost.
but
Like,
And last thing
Yeah.
I'm going to say, just because I was so excited that the Astros got eliminated, because I was like,
Yeah.
I do not want to see them again. I think we lose them in the World Series. Rangers won. I was like, if it comes down to closers, they have Chapman.
Yeah.
Like that, they don't have a lock guy.
Yeah.
Like the Astros have
Yeah.
Presley. I was like,
disgusting.
we have a very good chance at winning the World Series against the Rangers. Not that they're not hot as hell right now, but
yeah.
and then
I mean,
It's over.
that's all she wrote.
Here's
That's
the
it.
last
That's all she
question on
wrote.
this.
we can.
Do we retire Dancing on My Own?
Oh yeah, it's dead.
Is it over?
I also have. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I hate Bryson Stott's walk-up song. I've been saying it the entire season. I think it's so corny.
The whole
my
stadium
God.
gets into
Dude,
it.
our buddy. No,
It's so corny.
dude,
It's
Will,
a corny song. It's a corny song.
It can be
Now
a
that the
corny
season's
song.
over,
you
don't want it
It
anymore.
could be a corny song, but when the whole stadium singing it, it's kind of fun.
dude.
I'll be I'm like, I
Dude,
don't want it. I don't want it.
Will says the same thing. He's like, we're bottom 8 down 4-2. Shots coming up. He's like, Don't worry, guys. It's going to be A-okay.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro.
I don't like it. I was saying it to my boys like very early on in the season. I was like, I hate that of all the songs in the world that you could choose for your personal walk-up song, it's not a good one.
All right,
not a good one.
quick trivia. Chase
Okay.
always walk-up song.
Cashmere, Led Zeppelin.
So
That's easy.
Gas.
yeah,
Like
but
Schwarber's got a
always.
great walk-up song.
They allowed them. Bryce.
The whole team
Dude,
is.
fucking Cassiano's second half year was coming up to like Marvin's Room. Or
What would your
something.
walkout? What would your baseball walkout song be?
I mean, it's tough on the spot, but like.
I know mine.
Let me hear yours. Let me hear it.
6 Man by Drake.
I love that. You either need something that's gonna lock you in and focus you.
That would
or
get me
something
so
that's
hyped to get up there and hit baseballs.
Or
What
get
would
you
my
fucking
walkout
pumped.
song be?
I like. They played at the Stadium a lot. This song called "Joker and the Thief." It's like.
I like some like heavy rock action for
That would
baseball
fu-
too.
I can't think off the top of my head
When I
because
would drive
I'm not the
for,
brightest guy. But
for baseball games, I would throw on Joker and the Thief full volume and just get locked the fuck. I do it for softball. I'm 27 years old. All right, enough Phillies.
we're done. with
We don't need
those.
to talk D-backs Rangers. It's a fucking snooze.
I'm not watching the
Yeah,
World
no
No
Series.
one's watching.
I'll bet
watching
on
it.
it. I
Well,
probably
maybe
bet
bet on it. Who knows?
I'll
But,
probably bet on it. But
Maybe bet on
let's
it.
touch on the only team in Philly right now that we have any hope in. That's Philadelphia Eagles. It's a 6-1 or 7-1 now. It's not even a great 7-1 or 6-1. But let's hear it. I mean, they win every game. It's just boring.
I mean, they're probably gonna. They're gonna be up there with the NFC with the Niners. I mean, Purdy's in concussion protocol. They're a great team. I'm just used to pain at this point. All I know is us getting to the big games and losing right now.
You know,
So
the Eagles, they could show they're 6-1, right?
Yeah.
I forget.
They're 6-1.
6-1.
They can show 6-1 all they want. They haven't played like a 6-1 team. I'm not.
The
confident.
Dolphins was a good win. They played a good game.
Yeah.
It was boring. I was there. It was boring.
I'm not very impressed by any of the wins. I think they play up and down to each team. Like they
Yeah.
lost to the Jets. They let the Jets hang around.
They
The
make bad teams look
Bayard
bad.
get
I
is
love it.
humongous though.
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
Howie is just like he's apparently
Awesome.
still adding. It's like he wants
I mean,
more.
Howie Roseman's great. Like
Yeah.
he was so bad for so long. So it's so like rewarding to see him like
Yeah.
actually get like Howie Roseman thinks like a fan. Oh, the Eagles want to let's go get a star.
Yeah.
Let's figure out how we can get him for the.
Well, we solved the recipe drafting just to take players from Alabama for the rest of time. Take players from Alabama every year.
Georgia too.
How-
Alabama and Georgia every year.
You're
And
good.
So Howie's a member at my country club where I play golf at. So I see Howie here and there. I've never spoke to him besides hey, the breakfast
Cordial.
sandwiches are dog shit.
Yeah.
But it's fun to know that
He's there.
he's there. Like I love when that's Howie Roseman.
He's a
He
stud.
said
Funny
nice shots
story.
for you once.
My first day I was a member there, I didn't hit him.
Oh,
But
yeah,
he came
yeah.
over to me and was like, "You didn't scream 4. What the hell?" I'm like, "Dude, it didn't even hit you. Like, what are you talking about?" Came back around 3 holes later, like, "I'm sorry, you didn't hit me, but you should have screamed 4." I'm like, "Dude, I'm like a little kid here. I just joined. Like, you're scaring the shit out of me." So now whenever I,
I mean,
see
you got to
him,
call for. I'm with Howie here.
dude,
First time.
it
ever.
wasn't like close.
It wasn't close at all.
He was coming down a hill,
Alright.
and the golf ball was tracking that way. Bounced like 5 times in front of him.
Okay.
Didn't see him.
He just wanted to be that tough guy.
But I'm always like, I wonder if he remembers that time he kind of yelled at me. And I was just like a young kid at this new place where it's Howie Roseman. And does he think about am I the guy that almost hit Howie Roseman?
So, listen, love the Birds.
Let's talk Sixers.
You want to go right into Sixers?
I want to go right into the Sixers. I just want to hammer out these teams
Oh, I love it. Let's do it.
because I got some Sixers thoughts.
Let's do it.
All right, Sixers. New year, Nick Nurse, no Doc Rivers.
Call me crazy. I'm excited.
I'm excited to just watch the
I'm
ball
excited to not watch Doc Rivers.
move around the perimeter.
Yeah.
I don't want to see James Harden dribble, step back, shot. I want to see that. I want to see the Rock move.
in like a week when he's back, but who knows?
I don't think he's gonna play.
I don't see how Harden plays. It's just he's kind of ruined it. I mean, the Sixers.
Here's my thing. I actually kind of understand what Harden's gripe was initially.
Right.
I just think that he couldn't have handled it any worse, and that's been the 3rd year in a row that he's done this exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long you can say that all you care about is winning when all of your actions speak otherwise every single year.
Someone said it to me, he's a generational quitter, and that kind of hit a little differently. I mean, I don't know what his gripe is. I mean, I get it.
I don't know if it's like quitter. It's just like the second things start to like be a little rocky instead of being like the Philly reacts to players. Like for example, Alec Boehm,
Yeah.
like had a bad moment on camera saying like, I hate it here or whatever. Immediately was like, owned it, was like, I'm going to run it up. And then everybody loves you forever. All you have to do is act like you care
It's very easy.
and everybody loves you.
And that's the thing about, again, I don't want to talk about the Phillies, but like you look at Bryce Harper, he embodies exactly what a Philadelphia superstar should be.
Yeah.
Like plays 100% every game, takes full responsibility when he sucks, owns up to it. The Sixers, they just have these divas.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a sport in general. Like the NBA is not built for like a blue collar talent.
Yes, but on the flip side of the coin, you have guys like Giannis, who every night he's out there is just going 100%, and like that's all Philly. Like that's why AI is like the most loved player ever here because every night, legend. Every night he gave you 110% and would die in a regular season game, and like that is how Philly operates, and that's what Philly wants you to be.
I think the same. I think
Literally, guys like that.
The Sixers have swung and missed on Jimmy Butler and James
Guys like
Harden.
TJ, guys like Dario.
They went for it. They went for it.
Yeah.
They were the right trades. It's just, Butler and Simmons and Brett Brown didn't work.
Dude,
Harden, Doc Rivers didn't work. Doc Rivers actually said last year, it didn't work because the first half of the year, James Harden was the best point guard in the league, led the league in assists.
He was playing amazing.
Wasn't an all-star, and that hurt him.
Yeah.
That he wasn't an all-star. He came back to Doc. He said, I want to play more with the second unit. And Doc said he knew right away he wants to take more shots.
Yeah.
He wants to get the self-accolades. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
It went downhill from there.
Dude, it's weird.
I'm glad not to see Doc anymore, but I'm cool not seeing Harden either, personally.
Right.
I'm good.
I mean,
I think we're
Maxi's
close to...
my biggest thing is like Maxi will never reach his ceiling as long as Harden is on the team. He can never grow into the player that like I think he's going to end up being if Harden is on the Sixers.
Yeah.
So like I'm okay with throwing it with like now we have Kelly Oubre who like obviously a chucker, but we did need some guys that can get you a basket on their own. Like
100%.
how many times last year in the postseason was it everybody standing in the corner like who is going to get us a one-on-one basket? And it was just like we don't have it.
If we watch tonight and we see them, like I'll be very surprised if we see them standing around giving to Embiid and everyone watching.
I would
because
agree.
that's what has been going on for years, and it's a horrible brand.
And in the playoffs, you need a guy like you need the Damian Lillard that it's I'm going to inbound you this basketball and you're going to get a jump shot up.
Yeah.
Your 7-footer can't be inbounding the ball at half
We've
court.
always talked about this.
It's a ball dominant league once you get to the playoffs. That's
Well, you need you need an elite playmaker,
Yeah.
and Embiid is too large to be getting the ball at the 3-point line. And granted, he's hit some crazy shots, like some step back middies, but like you need a guy, you need a Dame, you need a Jimmy Butler, like you need a guy that's going to do that.
All right, let's pivot. Let's pivot off the Philadelphia sports.
Yeah,
I think the people don't want to hear too much about us.
No, that's
talking
fair.
about Philly. Let's talk about overall strategy for NFL and gambling.
Yeah.
And NBA, because I think Tommy and I, our brains align together. It's just we don't want to ever be on the same thing, and we kind of take different approaches, which is why we feel like we complement each other so well. Right now, I don't compliment him at all. That motherfucker's different.
It'll turn.
But it'll turn.
It always turns.
It always turns. It's just we think different. We feel like we think a little differently than a lot of people. And I bet you the other Discord owners, big cappers, feel the same way. They think different than the common man with gambling. So
yeah. So with that NBA, like, talk to me. Who are guys that you're thinking highly on this year?
I don't think it's guys. I think we're talking strategy first.
Spots, yeah.
Strategy. So like for me, I love 2-leg parlays with fun odds.
Mm-hmm.
Fun odds can mean anything over plus 1,000. So it could be plus 1,000, it could be plus 6,000. If it's two guys compared to, when we were younger, we were doing like 8-leg parlays, like 5 to win.
And they'll be like the legs be like minus 300.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
We're finding two value guys that we like, and we're pairing them together. We're finding guys that we like to make threes, assists, rebounds, and pairing them together. So
I also think that's like the most common mistake that everybody makes in NBA is like what you just said, 1,000,000 legs. Like I get DMs all the time with people like, "What do you think of this?" And it's 14 legs. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, like if you look at some of the most, I would say lucrative but viral tickets, it's only 2 legs or 3 legs, and like they're crazy odds. And we've each had our own viral tickets.
Yeah.
Especially that's what Tommy's specialty is, in my opinion.
I also think that it's like the best part of the NBA is like getting in the muck of injuries, and like the NBA doesn't get fun to me until all of the like tanking and injuries and lineup changes. That is when the NBA value becomes a real thing.
We could talk about tonight. Like tonight, Devin Booker and Bradley Beal are out. Tommy thought last night that Kevin Durant, they're probably going to be out. So Kevin Durant might get a triple-double. The value's cut in half now for Kevin Durant triple-double compared to when Tommy got it. Because he thought, these guys are going to be out. Let me bet this now and hope that they're out.
A lot of the strategy is then I mean, with tanking, it's great because these guys are going to get minutes who shouldn't be getting minutes. And they're going to chuck. Fucking, who's the guy on the Pistons who you always took? The lefty. The point guard.
The lefty?
The point guard.
Killian Hayes?
Yeah, like that guy has no business playing in the NBA.
Remember his double last year,
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's
for
really
you
bad.
guys, middle of the pack season, you're sitting on an injury, and you get a guy who you think's gonna get 20, and he gets there, and like I've seen some ridiculous tickets from guys from you guys from guys who I didn't even know played. So it's hard to do that at day one of the NBA because you're not going to see it yet.
And then to your like original point, comparing that to NFL. NFL, the props are I like NFL straights more than NBA straight betting because you're not worried at halftime that the star running back is no longer going to be in the game anymore.
Right.
Whereas NBA, it's like, it's a crap. Like the other night, for example, I had a ticket that was trending perfectly in the Wizards-Pacers game, high scoring, everybody hitting props. All of a sudden, the Wizards waved the white flag down 15 or 16 with 8 minutes left. And like, that's what you have to worry about in in
And
NBA.
like last night, I had Kyle Kuzma 25, Terry Rozier 25. Terry Rozier misses 5 free throws.
Right.
5 free throws from your starting shooting guard who's got 24 points.
A lot of people were missing free throws yesterday. Knicks missed 14. That's a difference in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's a difference in the game, but NBA compared to NFL, like you try and like for me at least, I try and implement similar strategies where like I go through the games, I find my 2 favorite props in each game, I alt them down, and then I parlay them all around like plus 1,500 odds. With NBA, I find NBA's every night, NFL's once a week.
And then to the once a week point, the odds makers have a full week to get ahead of every player prop and be like as sharp as possible.
Yeah.
In NBA, when the drama starts and Devin Booker decides his toe hurts 25 minutes before the game starts, all of a sudden like Eric Gordon, all these other guys, like Grayson Allen, all these guys that like could get out there in 30 minutes and make 3 threes have value. So that's kind of
the NBA's fun. What do you think about the landscape of gambling Twitter, Discords, all that stuff?
for NBA or just
in general right now.
I think that there's just a lot of good people that are good at different things, and like people are so reluctant to like admit that for some reason. Like, there's so many people that I think are better than I am at like certain aspects of betting that like I don't do. There's so many like things that you can be good at in gambling that like people have their own like niche at, and everybody's so competitive about like.
Yeah.
I want the best slip. Like my ego's the biggest. I'm doing this the best, and it's like
you guys are good at not doing that.
Yeah,
you guys interact with everybody.
I don't know. Like we're not playing in the games. Like I'm not scoring 30 points. Like it's cool when we hit big tickets.
Like this really started because Tommy and I we like to gamble together, and like that has transpired into our Discord. Like whether it's thriving or not, we're just still the same guys gambling together.
I mean, if you think about it, a year ago. All this wasn't here.
Yeah, we're still the same guys gambling together with no ego attached to us. The second you get an ego where like I'm the best at this.
I mean, I think you have to have an ego to an extent to be good at this shit because like there's the marketing side. There's like you have to have you have to think that you're better. Like I want to believe that I'm better. And when for example I see a huge ticket, I'm like I want to hit a huge ticket. Like that's I think it's more of a competitive.
Iron sharp.
Yeah, it's more of a competitiveness than an ego. But you can also also acknowledge other people are good at things without having to be like you don't have to cut other people down to make you feel like you're better than them at something.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of competition out there. And me and you, we're just worried about ourselves.
Well, there's also way more than 2 years ago. It didn't look like this. It was like there was
private Twitter,
probably like 4 Discords that everybody was like, those are kind of the guys, and like
not even 2
I
years
also
ago.
think people were like nicer to each other in general. Like
I remember you called me and you're like, Jake, go on Discord.com, sign up for this, let me know if it works. And it was like the Discord. It was the first.
Yeah, it was the first.
And I'm like, I don't even know.
I didn't know how to work.
I'm like, am I on Reddit right now?
I didn't know how to work Discord, so I call.
It is
one
crazy
of the first. Think about this. So Diesel, if you're in a Discord, you know Diesel. Diesel was one of the first people to ever pay me for my picks. Ever.
He's also right there.
He's also right here. And not only has he become like one of my good friends, but like I can't even do Discord without him. I'm like, yo, Diesel.
It's a whole operation.
You gotta do this. You gotta come here. You gotta fix this. It's crazy to think about 3 years later from when he really first was just paying for my picks to now he's a huge part of this. So it's just like you think about how far not only has that relationship come, but I had a private Twitter. Now I have Discord.
Yeah.
dude, not even aside from Discord or any of that shit, like just the availability of gambling has
It's just start.
Did you ever think that you'd be like hear Jim Nance talking about the total? Like you're like
Al Michaels.
Al
That matters for some people.
Yeah, Al Michaels like that. That probably it's like a 32-point game. He's like
that pick six with a minute left.
Sixers pregame live giving out like SGPs. It's just like
it's hilarious.
2 years ago they weren't even allowed to talk
It's just
about
like it's here now. It's not going anywhere, and it's crazy to think that like Texas, Florida, California.
They're not even there yet.
They're not there yet. And
Right.
like, I don't know if they're, I mean, I do think they get there eventually, but
Right.
like one of those states goes legal and it's just like, this thing keeps.
Yeah, I mean, I still
exploding.
think
It's still
think
pretty young
in
in, like,
terms
the-
of the Discord setup and what we have. Like, I still think it's early.
Yeah.
And everyone
It could
on
be
gambling,
way different in a year.
Yeah, I think everyone on Gambling X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, like, you know, it could be from Goal Boys to Beat the Books to Parlay Bandits to Moonshot.
Yeah, there's good people everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
there's good people everywhere, but it's still early.
But what I will say about the Twitter side of things now, and I'm curious if you agree, you used to have to be good at this stuff for like a while to get a following,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's become so like
One big
who
ticket.
can hit the like plus 80,000 odds and like
Yeah.
you hit one of those, all of a sudden they have a following and it's like they're making a Discord, and I think that's why there's so many of them now.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Like, you hit a big ticket. Oh, hey Wop, can I have? Can you help me make a page?
Yeah.
Where, and this is another thing. Like,
Which on the flip side of the coin is a good thing. Like
It's
there's a lot of people
capitalism
that
at the end of the
there's a lot of
day.
people that are smaller that should have bigger followings that like are really good at this stuff and
Yeah.
just haven't been able to like market themselves efficiently
Yeah.
enough to grow.
I don't think
following.
I don't really think I'm a good marketer, but I think you're a good marketer. Where
It's
I
a
think
perfect team. You do all the operations stuff.
Yeah, I
you
do
all
all the
the
back
marketing
end
stuff.
Yeah,
Deal with
we're
that.
It's perfect.
Tommy and I, we work so well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Agreed.
picks, we try not to overlap ever. Like, if Tommy's on maxi points tonight, I know I'm not taking maxi points. I'm gonna probably go a different angle, whether it's Tobias Harris or a beat. So it's just like we complement each other well. Usually, one of us
Hit something.
is right.
So I'm gonna, while we're talking about Maxey and Bede, we got a first Sixers game tonight. Do either of you have anything you feel decent about to give out to the free audience today?
I'm doing so there's a 50% boost on FanDuel. I've been thinking about it today. I haven't played it yet, but I'm likely playing Maxey 25 points, 80 25 points, and like a little bit of a bounce back. Somebody's plus money. I like that. I think he can get
Yeah,
25
I was
on
like
Nurk.
25 plus money.
And Nurk 10 rebounds, which he's gotten
I mean,
in like
Nurk's so cool.
11 straight against AD. He's also just, I mean, I'm not going to use this as too much of a segue into my point because it's very early on, but the Nurk 8 controversy
Don't
that
get
I
me
was
started.
kind of
Oh, fuck
fueling the
yeah.
fire a little bit on Twitter.
Yeah.
You already saw game one of how well Nurk fits
Dude,
and how well he does the things well that Ayton doesn't do, which
I
is my
think
whole
Nurk.
point. But
I think this could be Nurk's the year of the Nurk. I think Nurk could be one of the coolest guys in the NBA.
He's a good piece.
He's just a good piece.
It's easy
like,
to get lost in
to
Portland.
bet on. I'm talking about bet on personality, whatever. Like tonight, all these guys are out. Why could Nurk not get 6 assists? He had 8 potential there tonight.
Yeah.
So-
So,
I just
20
think he's a guy that, like, the NBA has a lot of situational pieces, right? Like,
Mhm.
if you're on a team that has a shit offense, it might hinder you, or you have to do more than you're able to do. Like, Nurk was asked to be a scorer all the
Right.
time.
On Portland, yeah.
And it's
Bad
like,
team.
now he just has to rebound the ball,
Clean up.
make some good reads, run some high pick and rolls with Kevin Durant. Like,
Yeah.
it's a way easier job.
I'm not positive on this, but who did Nurk back up first in his career?
Jokic, right?
Yeah, I'm asking Tommy, bro. This motherfucker don't know.
This is trivia, man.
Yeah, he
I
don't
got,
know.
hey, I got trivia for these guys shortly,
Jokic.
but
I like
I'm
to quiz
sorry.
Tommy.
I'm
I know
sorry.
you know. You're like me. You're
I'm
wired
sorry.
different.
You got more trivia?
I got plenty more.
Yeah, we'll get
Wait,
to
one
that
more,
too.
one more. You just gave out a free play. It was a 3-legger.
Oh, I
Anything
think
you
that's
like
like,
tonight?
I think with the boost, it's plus like 1,400.
See, I haven't thought about it yet, but I've looked over the Sixers game. I haven't looked over that game yet, but you know,
Anything.
naturally, Nick Nurse, new team, new system. I'm kind of intrigued to see how everything
Sixers
works.
money line? What are you going here?
Right. I think that Giannis kills the Sixers on the boards usually. Embiid against the Bucks, he makes a couple threes, he gets assists. Tobias Harris is a good rebounder versus the Bucks, and as Tommy said, like I would go the route of Maxey points, but since he's on that, I'm either going to pivot to D'Anthony Melton threes or Kelly Oubre threes.
I'm probably taking Oubre threes straight.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could see an 8x4 in that game with Embiid assists, and whether it's Melton or Oubre threes, I don't know which one, but
For the
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I'm the Bucks, I'm like trapping Embiid every time he's in the post and making somebody, like, we don't have anybody
yeah.
proven to really beat you besides
yeah.
Maxey. And like,
No, it's
Yeah.
going to be.
you probably live with the result over Embiid getting 40 on you.
I think Maxey
Do you
does a
remember
lot tonight.
Maxey's like coming out party his rookie year was in Milwaukee,
Yeah. I mean,
and we beat them.
yeah.
We
We usually play them well.
we
for what
played
it's
them well
worth.
in Milwaukee. I do think tonight you see the Sixers win.
No
and,
way.
And the Lakers.
I think they're going to
and
win,
the
too.
Lakers.
Where's the spread?
I think it's
6?
Sixers plus
Okay.
6,
not
Lakers
bad.
minus 6. It's either 2-0 or 0-2. It's not going to go 1-1.
So, for the clip's sake, you said 8x4. Give it to the cam one more time. You got to go with one or
You
the
know,
other.
you can't.
If
It's
it's
plus
wrong,
like 7,000. So, but if I was making an 8x4 for tonight, I'm taking Embiid 8 assists,
Mhm.
Kelly Oubre 4 threes. I think it's plus 7,000. So
Sounds
it's
fun.
not like a lock by any means, but shit. If he's sitting in the corner and Embiid's doubled, I'll take my chances.
He's got a nice corner three that like
Yeah, he's also
it's
like,
way better than
he's
PJ
also
Tucker.
known-
He's gonna shoot 6 tonight.
he's
Yeah.
also known to be the prettiest man in the NBA.
Yeah.
So I'm cool
Easy to
betting on
ride
him.
that. All right, so now we got that in. So you got Embiid 8 assists, Oubre 4 threes if it hits. Wonderful. I'm glad we
Yeah.
clarified that.
Yeah, don't show that if it doesn't hit.
If it doesn't hit, it gets buried. But one more thing, free bets. I don't want to give out too many, but we obviously have Thursday Night Football as well. Bucks Bills probably a snoozer. Bills coming off a bad
I don't
L.
think it's going to be a snoozer, honestly.
Okay.
I honestly think there's going to be points.
Yeah, I like the over. I think Vlad is on the.
Yeah, so that's on the over. I mean, listen, I think about how the Eagles played the Bucks, just like their deficiencies. DeAndre Swift killed them,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe James Cook.
Vlad did a little write up on it too, which I completely agree with. The Bucks have been a little like their defensive statistics are a little bit overinflated by their schedule so far.
Yeah.
Like the couple good teams they played, like the Eagles being one of them, we had like 500
Yeah.
yards of offense against them.
The Lions handled them pretty
Yeah.
pretty
The Lions,
easily too.
yeah,
It wasn't a high scoring, but they like whooped them.
they handled.
I was at that game in Tampa Bay, and I will say the pirate ship, super fucking cool.
You want a pirate ship?
I love
Super
that.
I'll buy you a pirate ship.
All right,
There we
Where are
go.
we gonna put
we
it?
should put pirate ship in the corner right here.
Pirate ship. We need some decorations in here. We can't
Yeah.
really see it.
It's gonna
Should we
go.
do a slate call? Should we do a slate call and do like 20 questions?
Let me
or is
do
that
it.
later?
Let me do a couple of trivia
We'll do it
questions
later.
for
Keep
now.
going.
All right, so I had some trivia teed up, and this is our first full lounge talk. I think it's good for us to throw as much shit at the wall. If it sticks, great. If it doesn't, we don't have to keep doing it. So I gave these guys a little heads up, but my first trivia question for Tommy and Larry, we're gonna go back and forth. There's 5 answers. Essentially, whoever gets 3 wins. If you just want to do it together,
We'll
that's
just do
fine.
it. We'll do it
together. We'll do it
He's
together.
better at trivia than I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at trivia. But
It's a fun one. So
All right.
name me the Sixers career top 5 3-point scorers. That's by career threes
US or
made.
me.
Sixers top
There's
5.
there's
okay.
2.5
Let's
easy
knock
ones.
the guy off behind your head. He's got to be in there.
Kyle Korver.
AI.
All right, AI.
AI number 1,
AI.
Kyle Korver number 3.
Kyle Korver number 3.
Yeah. This is
Oh, I got one. Iggy.
Iggy number 4.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 1, 3, and 4.
Yep. You need 2 and 5, and these are the 2 harder ones. These are the ones that people had issues with like yesterday.
What age? Like what time period?
Both you guys certainly know them. They're both active. I'll give you that as well.
They're both active.
Yeah.
Both active in the
Both,
NBA right now.
both active. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking think I know one, and I hate it.
Let me see.
I hate it.
James Harden.
No,
No,
Who?
is it fucking Furkan?
he is number 9.
Oh,
But that is also just.
Well, he's
insane.
on the Sixers.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
no, he's active.
active.
These guys, they can be on the Sixers. I'm not saying either
Oh, okay,
way.
he's on the
They
Sixers.
can be. I'm not saying they are or they aren't. Furkan's 9, which is
Furkan's-
They're both active in the NBA right now. You're
correct.
saying
Yeah,
in the top 5.
Dude, I
2
hate
and
having to
5,
think on
yeah.
the spot. When I have to think on the spot, I'm so dumb.
you'll get it. You'll get it. I think. I mean, listen, these ones are tough.
You know what's funny? I wanted to say like Jody Meeks for some reason.
He's like top 15. But
Dude,
he's
he
not
was
up there.
nice when he was on the Sixers.
Dude, it's funny.
That's
as
why I was
hell.
thinking Furk because you said active, and I
He's
feel like you
active?
kind of chucked him.
In the NBA.
Niang?
No, not enough time here.
Yeah, true.
But he's good.
He might be top. He might be top 10. Niang.
He's close.
I wish
he's,
I could say JJ Redick.
he's like 8.
Yeah.
JJ's gotta be-
JJ's here for 2 years. He's like 8.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
insane.
we've never had good shooters just
Yeah,
like Kyle.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think. Who was in the league?
2. You're missing 2, which is just insane. Not that you don't get him, but the fact that this guy is
Well,
number 2.
alright. What year was it?
This is like within the last 10 years. He was here for probably 5 years.
5 years and I can't think
Holy
about
shit.
it. Fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't a great time for the Sixers, but this
I
guy.
love, those
this,
are the best times.
I know.
All right,
This guy
let's think
could
about
shot.
the process Sixers shooting guards. Shooting guard?
Yeah.
Like they had like Hollis Thompson, who was like a good
He's
shooting
like
guard.
11, but he's not.
Yeah, he's
I was
six.
thinking him too, and
Fuck.
This guy's been on a few teams.
It's not TJ McConnell because he doesn't shoot threes.
No. This guy's
Um,
he plays in the West Coast
Oh,
now.
dude, I know it. Oh,
You know
fuck. It's not Landry Shamet.
No,
like, I'm not
Give
getting
up.
it.
I'm not gonna get it.
Robert Covington is number 2.
Oh fuck!
God damn it.
He's a number 2 in Sixers career 3-pointers.
Rocco, yeah, he jacked the whole process there.
Oh my god, he had
Well, that-
so many.
Dude, his coming out party in Detroit. Like I was watching
He's
it
still.
Yeah.
in my basement with my boys. Like, yo, who is this guy?
We also
coming?
won a nice bet on him when he went to Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
He's
that?
on the. He's with
He came
LA
up the
now.
bench one night and just dropped like 20.
So Robert Covington.
And you got number 5, who's active, and is on the Sixers.
On the Sixers.
You're gonna be upset.
Embiid?
Embiid?
No, he's
Tobias
7.
Harris?
Tobias Harris, number 5.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
All right.
Tobias, think about how sad that is.
It's very
Tobias
sad.
Harris is has the fifth most 3-pointers in
It's
Sixers
really
history.
sad.
I'm gonna give you a player's career, where the teams they played on in order,
Okay.
and you tell me what player this is. Okay, give me one
Sorry,
second.
what was the question?
So I'm going to give you a player's teams that they played on in order. So the first team is his rookie year. Last team is where he ended his career. So Milwaukee, Detroit, Orlando, OKC, Philadelphia, Atlanta, back to Philly, back to Milwaukee, finished in Utah. It's hard. You need to like see.
You just said so many
Finished
teams.
in
I don't even
Utah.
know.
This guy was on the Sixers, and prior to the Sixers, he was on Milwaukee, Orlando, OKC.
I got it. Oh my god, I got it. It's on tip of my tongue. Fuck.
Power forward.
He finished his career where? In Utah?
Yeah, but for like one game. Think Bucks. This guy was on the Bucks.
On the Bucks?
He's on the Bucks for a while.
On the Bucks.
He came over. Oh my god.
He had 2 stints here, which I didn't realize. I thought it was just one.
It's not Spencer Hawes, is it?
No. Shooter, took charges. Fun Sixers teams.
It's on the tip of my tongue right now, and I can't think of it.
You guys would have loved betting on this guy. It was a little before our time.
A little before our betting time. I don't know. Just fucking tell me, bro. I'm sorry, wait.
Ersan Ilyasova.
Oh, I loved
That's not the direction I
Ersan.
was thinking.
I loved
Did you know
Ersan.
that?
I did
Diesel?
love
Dude,
Ersan.
I was so mad when they got rid of Ersan after that playoff.
It was him and Bellinelli. They were so fun.
Dude.
Bellinelli was a blast.
Dude,
too.
we could shoot. It was so fun. Like, we haven't been able to shoot since
Bellinelli
then.
would chuck that thing.
Yeah, but then,
Oh.
like, we played the Celtics and they would just get...
They couldn't cover.
They would
yeah.
get Tatum on Reddick on switch every time.
Bellinelli was like having like Furkan out there, but like better.
Dude, Bellinelli was so cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
Bellinelli, Ersan took charges all the time.
I love the Euro.
He did.
I love the Euro players at Jack. Even like Saric was like fun.
Dude, Dario
Sarge
Saric
was
Aaron
good.
Taylor
Sarge was
yeah.
good. Don't get me wrong. He was
Dude,
good.
Dario was just banging chicks.
Saric had the most like line drive three. When his three went in, it was just like a bullet that would hit like the back.
Bro, don't call me crazy, but those teams were like just as fun, if not more fun than the
I mean, the
Sixers
Sixers sucked, and I had more fun watching them.
Yeah. They'd win,
Like,
they'd win 12 games a year. And I literally remember when they beat the Warriors. Remember when they beat the Warriors? It was like the worst team they ever were, and they beat the Warriors.
Well, they
somehow.
beat the Heat with Michael Carter Williams in like the first game of the year. I was there. It was the Heatles. It
dude,
was LeBron,
so sick.
Bosh, Wade. I'm just there with Michael Carter Williams getting a triple double.
So that's going to do it. I have like more trivia, but I think that's good for now. I like we'll keep doing the top 5 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
or like
I need
touchdown
to work my brain, but
yeah, on
I
the
think-
spot it's hard.
I want to do a
I'm kind of
slate.
mad at myself for not getting Covington.
Me too.
It was, dude, that's
I wanna
tough.
think about that.
Who the hell is going to think he's the second most in
I
the
feel
Sixers
like I got
history?
some other guys in the top 10. I really thought that.
We got 6. Well, you got 9 Furkan, you got 8 JJ, you got 7 Embiid. I was gonna say give me 10,
Anything
but
else that we want to talk about gambling centric wise?
Just keep going for like 10 more minutes. Like yeah.
So I think that I need to hit more fucking parlays. You know, I've been
Okay.
very close. I got screwed on Bijan Robinson 2 weeks in a row. What the hell's good with that? How do they just not play the guy?
Didn't he smoke a vape in front of? Is that
No,
not real?
you got Godwin. You got Godwin.
I really thought that
There
was
was a
true.
fake story going around that he smoked a vape and blew smoke at Arthur Smith's face.
And that's why I didn't play.
I'll choose that.
I
like,
believed
I
it.
like that story.
I mean, I like to believe that, but dude, my parlays get sold on this guy. I don't think I could ever bet on him again.
They won,
He's in
too.
the DeAndre Ayton category now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm searching for a winner, and
Dominating.
I got perfect plays lined up, and this guy Bijan Robinson just doesn't play. I mean,
So unfortunately, the Phillies Eagles ticket that was fun. It's gone now, but you do have another fun ticket long term,
Oh,
and that's
Christian McCaffrey. So I mean, that took a hit this weekend. I think because they
With the
lost.
loss sucks. Putting in another.
I mean,
two-
here's my thought process with McCaffrey MVP. I thought they were going to be almost undefeated by the time they played the Eagles, the way they looked the first few weeks, which goes to show you in the NFL that like the first 2-3 weeks of the year don't mean shit. We have McCaffrey at 75-1, which is plus 7,500.
What's he at now? You think like
He's
30?
plus 3,000 now, so you know we still have good value on him.
Yeah, this
I
is
just think the
value.
guys, if he stays healthy for 18 games,
Dude,
that's what it is now.
it's
Right?
just
He's
like-
gonna rush for.
I mean, he's gonna
17, but it's just like they don't give it to running backs. Like I
They haven't given it
remember
to a running back since.
AP.
Yeah.
And like Jonathan Taylor 2 or 3 years ago, it was like in his pocket, and then he had like 2 bad games, and it's like he's cooked.
The problem is like Mahomes does just deserve it every like.
Mahomes-
Notice the Chiefs roster, and you're just like, they're just not
They're
that
so
good.
mid. They're
Dude,
so mid.
I was telling Tommy, it's like, what if the Chiefs got Devontae Adams?
They might as well.
I don't think Oakland would ever trade him in the division, but man,
Right.
Devontae Adams has to get out of
Did
Oakland.
you see the Ravens want
have to-
Derrick Henry? That would be sick.
That would be sick. That's a
He'd
bummer.
probably,
Derrick
he'd probably
Henry.
get hurt there because they get hurt. Every running back gets hurt
Yeah.
there.
Everyone that goes
Dude,
to
the
Baltimore
Ravens
gets
like
hurt.
the Ravens are nice. That's
What's good with their training staff though?
I always don't.
Yeah.
I always don't believe in the Ravens.
I don't believe in them either.
Bro, they
Lamar-
cooked Detroit.
Oh,
Don't
whatever.
care.
Like
Detroit was my team since how long have I been
Yeah,
saying?
you've been
Since
saying
first
they're
season
fraud.
that they're fraud, and I still think
The only thing
I
is
still
their
think they're fraud.
division just sucks. You were right. You're like, everyone's taking them to win the division, but nobody else in the division's any good.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
I just don't think they're that good.
The Vikings, I could see making
I
a
think
comeback.
that there's some stars that are unhappy in the league, and I think Devontae Adams needs to find his way
Yeah,
out.
that one is.
Because Jimmy G's going to be hurt all the time. You're not going to have any fluent like relationships with your quarterback. Like, just go play Mahomes. Like, that'd be sick.
I mean,
That's what they both need.
It didn't make any sense when he went there in the first place.
He went there because he's from there, and Derek Carr's his
Yeah, I
boy.
forgot they roomed together or they played together.
Yeah, Derek Carr's gone.
I'm
Like,
so shocked that didn't work out. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
In
Like-
that division, Derek
Also,
Carr, like,
Derek Carr sucks.
dude, the Saints, everybody,
Derek Carr
dude,
sucks.
people had them winning the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah, he sucks.
they're garbage.
They can't score. They can't score.
Olave, get my boy Olave on my fantasy team.
Dude,
Not great.
free Olave before Derek Carr puts him in the hospital. He throws him a hospital pass every week
No.
and he gets his head taken off.
I mean, I think Taysom Hill's the best quarterback there because
He's a winner.
He could run.
He's a
He
winner.
could throw.
He does get like 5 yards every time they put him in the game.
Dude, I mean, like, you look at these NFL head coaches and you're just like, yo, could I do your job better?
Right.
I'm not talking about like X's and O's. Obviously, I don't know like how to read
I
defenses.
mean, a lot of head coaches aren't even calling plays. They're just like, let's do
Dude,
this.
if-
I mean, let's go through the bad head coaches in the league right now. Ron Rivera, terrible.
Terrible.
Also, the fact that he's still allowed to have the nickname Riverboat Ron
And they
when he
can go
just
for
doesn't
it.
do anything aggressive
Yeah.
ever. The Eagles game,
Unbelievable.
they,
Go for
they
two.
win the game. They
They
win the game.
would have won the game.
Go for two.
Crazy.
Josh McDaniels, like,
McDaniel sucks. Staley sucks.
Staley's hard.
Staley's terrible.
If Staley makes it through the year, I'd probably be surprised.
We're missing like a lot of guys.
The Bears coach,
I
I don't
think
know
I
his
think Vrabel's awful.
Yeah, Vrabel's
Vrabel's a good motivator, but I don't think he's.
I mean,
I think Vrabel's the man as like a person.
I'm talking about decision makers though. Like, I don't know if he's a bad decision maker.
Dude, what he in the playoffs last year, he punted on their own like 40-yard line and
You know
cost
who
them the
is good?
season.
You know who's nice? D'Amico Ryans and those Houston
Yeah.
Texans.
Yeah,
I love
Ryan's
him.
cool. Also, Stroud's good.
He's,
Yeah,
he's so cool.
He didn't look great the last week, but
He's the first Ohio
I think
State
he's gonna be
quarterback that's
pretty
going to
good.
prove me wrong.
he looks solid.
Bears coach, I don't even know how to say his name. Like, good old-
Eberflus.
There's not a lot of good coaches in my opinion. We should try it. Me and you should be the coach one. They should see this.
I mean, I feel like if you gave me like Madden plays, I could dial it up a little
If
bit.
you're an NFL coach, I hope you see this. Let me and Tommy coach your team for one game.
No,
Not
I don't
call
want to
plays.
coach. I want to call plays.
I don't
I
want to
wanna
call
call
plays. I want to make the overall decisions. Are we going for it? Are we punting it?
Yeah.
What kind of play are we running on 4th and inches? Are we in shotgun? I'm not in shotgun on 4th and inches. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe not the NFL coaches, but like Temple University, give these guys a call. What
Dog
else?
shit program.
What else can you go wrong?
Temple should can the program, put all the millions of dollars they get into campus safety.
I mean, some of these coaches, like the Saints last week, the Saints, every time they have 3rd and short, they throw a go or a fake. It's like,
bad.
it's not,
Dude, you got 3rd and
it's not
short.
fucking rocket science.
It's not.
Put Taysom Hill in the game,
He's-
get under
I mean,
center,
yeah,
and
they-
fucking push.
They got Jamal Williams. Like,
Dude, I don't want to get 4th and inches. I don't want to give it to
They're like,
Jamal
oh, it's 4th and 3, fade to Michael Thomas.
Oh,
Like,
bro,
what?
that was like mind-boggling.
They did it 3 times in a row.
That was
Yeah,
mind-boggling.
but you hit on that. Tommy hit a parlay on
That was a really lucky
That was a
sequence.
crazy ending of that game.
Tommy
You
was
had-
mad as
I needed a Michael Thomas touchdown,
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk
Yards.
20 yards, and Kamara 20 yards. And the sequence in was it the 4th quarter? I think
It was
Michael
late.
Thomas might have scored in the 3rd.
He scored.
But it went Thomas touchdown, Kirk 40-yard touchdown, and then Kamara ripped off like a late 4th
Run.
quarter 20-yard run.
Dude,
Which
they
I didn't
should've
think they
been
were going to be
running.
running.
They should have been running. I was like, because I missed on Thomas receptions.
Yeah.
We were on the same page
Yeah.
there. And I went, oh shit, Kamara just had a 15-yard run out shotgun. Like, Tommy shit's very much alive, and then Christian Kirk 40-yard touchdown.
That was a sick
Christian
play.
Kirk's
Give him the ball.
Christian Kirk's a dog.
Yeah,
Dude,
give him
what
the
a-
ball in space.
What
You're good.
balls by the Jags to say, oh, we're gonna give this
So
little
much
wide
money
receiver from Arizona $75 million.
for 4
makes
years.
no
He's
sense.
really good.
Yeah,
He's a
legit.
dog.
Who's your most underrated NFL wide receivers? I'm going to just lead with
Started off.
I think that Amon-Ra St. Brown still, like, obviously he's like
Still
a top
underrated.
guy, but
He's
like,
still underrated.
Yeah.
I watch the Lions like a good bit because I feel like I always just like have proper like fantasy action on them, and he is really, really good.
What do we consider underrated? Like is Drake London underrated?
Yeah, I would say someone.
I'm going to say another one that's like higher profile than that, but I think McLaurin is.
Yeah.
With what McLaurin has done with so little in his career so far, without having a quarterback that's any good.
He
I got-
still puts some
I
numbers.
got
I'll say.
Relevant teams.
I'll say. AJ Brown is criminally underrated somehow still. Before this season,
Nobody would put him in the top 10.
people would know he put him top, and people had a
Yeah.
serious argument that who's the better receiver for the Eagles.
I think
now,
he's not anymore,
Devontae
though.
Smith or AJ
I
Brown.
think he's not anymore.
And I mean now he's number 2 in the league.
Underrated receivers. So
I mean,
I
the
don't
man-
have my phone to get my brain working.
Dude, the man is an absolute beast, and like I love Devontae Smith, but like there's levels to this, and like it's
yeah,
just
I have people
way
asking me
different.
why Devontae Smith. I put
I
out
saw
like my
that.
top 10 list. I'm like, Devontae Smith's nowhere near the he's not the top 10.
He's a good
underrated.
You sound like Kirby Smart coaching Jordan. Yeah, AJ Brown's underrated. Jordan Hurts underrated.
Gotta get
We're
him
all
going.
counting this out.
Yeah, bro, I think he is.
Of guys
probably
we
is.
haven't said underrated, Keenan Allen's probably underrated.
He is underrated.
His whole career, he probably hasn't gotten
He hasn't
Yeah,
gotten
the respect that he should.
Amari Cooper's like no one really thinks he's like,
having a good year.
He's
very
pretty good.
He is very good.
For what he's going through
Since
with their
the
quarterbacks.
Cowboys, since you have the Cowboys, like you see the Cowboys
bad.
missing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they were good when Lamb was the number 2 receiver. I think Lamb is a number 1 receiver, but when you had Cooper and Lamb, like that's
Give me
fine.
one team in the NFL that you think's overachieving and one team that's underachieving.
I know what
Maybe a little
that
too
is.
square of a question, but like any teams you really like,
I
mean-
overachieving.
or just a team you'd watch out for. Like I wouldn't give up
I mean-
totally on the Vikings yet. Like I think like
I need to look at the
They-
division
yeah,
I
standings
don't
right
know my
now.
phone.
I mean
I
like,
mean, underachieving. What's the Saints record?
like 500, something shitty. They're not great.
Underachieving, probably the Bills.
Oh, for sure.
The
for
Bills
sure.
are
I
underachieving.
mean, it's a square question, but like you can dig into it.
I really want to root for the Texans because I think they're so fun and they have a good
They are.
defense, good coach. Good
For
players.
underachieving, I'm gonna say I mean, it's a little different now that Jefferson's hurt, but the Vikings are not a bad football
No,
team.
they're
Yeah.
not. They were
But
great
you know
last
what?
year.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, Kirk Cousins is gonna do it," and that under in Minnesota and Green Bay is gonna go over. Under.
When do they
It's
play?
gonna go under
Next
because
weekend?
everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, the Vikings figured it out. They woke up.
Right.
They did it against San Fran. They did it against."
Yo, is it crazy? I still think the Vikings could win the division.
I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy.
I don't think
It sucks that they lost Jefferson. That might do it for
I
them.
don't
Dude,
think it's
Addison's
crazy.
real.
I don't think it's
Addison's
crazy
shit.
because there's so many tickets on the lines.
I
to
know
win that
they were the most.
division.
They were the most public a division winner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it seems
saw
too easy.
they were one of the most public Super Bowl.
Their defense is
picks.
just really bad, although they did hold their own against San Fran.
I mean,
just think
Saints underachieving.
What do you
a
think about
ton.
Sam Darnold this weekend? You guys gonna have anything?
Sam
out of
Darnold's
him?
gonna run one in.
No,
He's gonna run one in.
dude, I think he's gonna throw it well too.
Right.
Yeah,
That-
I think
this might end up aging horribly when he throws 4 interceptions. But behind that O line and handing it off to McCaffrey,
this
It's
might
it's
this
a
could
dream
be,
job.
dude, what's
might
his line gonna be 200?
It
probably,
might
this
be.
could become Sam Darnold's team. This is crazy to say.
It could. I mean, same thing happened
If
last
Sam
year.
Darnold shows that
I don't know about that, but
dude, if he comes out, he throws for 300 and 4 touchdowns, and is
I mean,
has
Shanahan's shown very little loyalty to his quarterbacks, but Purdy is in the MVP
I
conversation.
know,
for
I know.
everyone.
That is crazy to say, but if Purdy's out multiple games,
Purdy's been
Darnold's
playing very
rolling.
well.
He's good.
Purdy's
I know,
been playing
Purdy's
well.
good. I like
Smart.
Purdy.
I mean,
He didn't play good last week.
I love
but
Iowa State. I always like basketball, football. Like they always got
Just
players.
always unders. Iowa State unders.
Yeah.
Iowa State's not
Monte
score
Morris,
points in any
George
sport. Football, basketball, Iowa State's take
what are
unders.
the Cyclones?
Cyclones,
Yeah.
unders. They
All
play Iowa State. One
Oh,
of the
0
most.
points.
Just know if you're betting that game, you're gonna probably lose your hair or have a heart attack. 'Cause there's gonna be no points
Yeah.
in basketball or baseball.
Yeah.
Actually, basketball
So-
they can rip threes.
We'll go about 10 more minutes. We covered a lot of bases so far. But
Who's
I
your
think-
sleep? I'm gonna sorry,
Get
not
it
to
in,
cut you
get
off.
it
I'm just thinking of sleeper stuff. Season just started. Who's your NBA sleeper teams?
I love it.
Spurs.
Dude, they're fun. They lost last night.
I think
but
mine is the Pacers.
I thought you were going to say
Okay.
that.
I love the composition of their roster. Now that Hield can come off the bench, kind of be is Buddy Hield going to be a sneaky 6th man of the year
He's
candidate?
nice.
You wanna
He's
bet that?
nice.
Kinda.
I'll bet that.
He can come off and give you
That-
20.
Futures. I don't like to stare at futures because I look at all my.
No, it sucks.
If I put-
Also, FanDuel, if you're listening, stop putting the fucking futures in all my bet slips. I don't want to see them for the whole year.
Yeah.
Give me a way I can file them.
Yeah.
File them
somewhere
away.
That's
else.
why I would bet more futures if I didn't have to look at it all year and just know it's there.
This is me fucking scrolling to the bottom.
Yeah,
of
fucking
this is
my
me
bets.
scrolling past my plus 100,000
Yeah.
parlay futures.
You got a nice one in, I don't know if it's public, but Jay Poole in Washington.
Yeah, I took Poole most improved at plus 2,000. He didn't play great yesterday, but I still think he's
It's a
just gonna
long
have every opportunity to score
I
30.
like the other one you played more, honestly.
Maxey?
I think Poole is just very popular. I think you have
I
great
think
value.
I think he was popular to. I saw a lot of tickets on him to lead the league in scoring and
Oh, wow.
some other
Whatever
scoring.
you-
Or
whatever
not
you-
lead the league in scoring. It was one of the scoring
Whenever you
statistics.
play with Malik Monk, that was amazing and I loved it.
Mhm.
I'll
He's
tell
a
you right now.
Malik Monk 6-man.
Yeah, that's what,
Poole most improved and
I'm gonna look at it right now.
Scoot rookie of the year, which
One game.
I mean, it's
we're
one
all right.
game.
it's one. I think that's going to be wide open. But Wemby,
Yeah.
I mean, if Wemby doesn't get hurt, he's probably just going to win it.
I think someone will jump out with it. I mean,
Someone
it
will
could
jump
be-
out.
The
They
thing
got-
is,
Check.
Wemby's defensive numbers are going to end up being crazy. He's going to block a shit ton of shots.
But if he's
you're
not
right,
scoring,
right.
it's
So
not
it's,
60,
it's Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year, Jordan Poole, Most Improved, and Malik Monk, 6-man, plus 103,000.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, I mean, I have to scroll past 103,000 parlay every
I like
day.
Malik Monk 6-man of the year because I don't think that they'll ever start him because he's
Yeah.
not really. He's more of like the spark plug.
It's like a
He's so
Jordan
cool. I love
Clarkson
him.
role.
We've been talking about since he was on the Hornets
I
that he
love
got
him.
like
So good.
no. He
No
always
tick.
deserved more tick than he got.
No tick.
Big
rate.
Malik Monk, he'll randomly get 6 assists too or something.
They were
I
so
love assists.
fun.
Dude, he
in
just
playoffs.
is like I would love to have him on my team. He
I
just
mean,
comes off the bench, makes threes, scores.
It's almost like you think about Howie Roseman, how he's learned to think.
What's Buddy Hield 6 man?
How Howie Roseman has learned to think as a fan for the Eagles is
Right.
how the Sixers GM, who's the Sixers GM again?
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey, who I hate,
Yeah.
needs to think. Like, don't try to be the smartest guy in the room. Look at the basketball court. What guys make an impact, can shoot, can dribble, can play defense, can do whatever.
Yeah.
Get them.
It
I
goes.
don't give a shit about the analytics.
Yeah.
Get guys that can play basketball and are fun.
I think Morey is good at making these like small deals to like get money off the cap.
Melton
Or
was
like-
the only good one.
I mean, Niang wasn't bad. Getting rid of Horford wasn't bad. And I'm not saying like it's like I'm not like vouching for him, but like he's really only good at these small deals. Like
He makes $10 million a year. I can do his job.
like trading for like Harden, like when he could have gone the younger route and gotten Halliburton. Like in the moment, I didn't love it. And I know you guys don't like Harden. I actually don't mind Harden, but like I get it.
I loved Harden always.
Yeah.
I've just again like
It's
just
played
haven't loved
out.
how he's handled this situation.
I mean,
with
this
his
is what he
team.
does, but it's brutal. But
You know, I just don't think he plays winning basketball at the end of the day. Like, he can want to win all he wants
right,
and say, like, I want to win a championship. But if you're not, like, buying into the system, like, if you didn't buy into what Doc said,
yeah.
you're never going to win. You're going to want
I
to be
mean,
the star
I
anywhere.
just want to see like in my dream reality is like I want to see how he plays with Nick Nurse and Embiid, and if it doesn't work this year, which is obviously not going to work, but if you get past the second round, I'll give it like it was a good year. If that doesn't happen, blow it up, trade Embiid, rip the band off before it gets bad. Like I love Embiid, but like it's just going to end up like Damian.
I mean, he's just gonna leave after
Yeah,
this year.
so
if like
I-
shit goes
it's
bad.
just gonna
He's-
end up
Okay,
being
I
a
don't
Damian.
disagree. At some point, Embiid's going to want out, so
Yeah.
there is going to have to be talks
And the
about
Blazers
trade.
still got a nice return, but like that was an ugly few months. Like give the like I don't know,
There's-
they'll never trade him,
There's,
but like
there's only one team in my mind that
The
can
Knicks.
offer enough for Joel Embiid, and it's OKC.
oh, that'd be
You
amazing.
put some kind of check deal together for Embiid.
Yeah, I just don't think they would do it. I don't think they'd even want him.
Dude, OKC is like have potential to just be
waiting.
amazing.
Yeah,
they have
but they have the assets.
they have
They have assets. They have like
They
every
will-
pick for the next like 10 years.
I'm not doing the Knicks for Julius Randle, RJ
No,
Barrett.
I
I'm not
hate
doing
all
it.
those
If
guys.
Julius Randle becomes a
I
Sixer,
won't watch.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I think Darren Moore's
I'm
too
done.
smart. for
He's
that.
too smart, but like OKC is also too smart to like OKC is
Nah,
one of these years.
here's the
gonna give
thing.
it all up for
They,
somebody.
they've also like they've been building like this stockpile of assets, getting like
They're gonna go all
Shai,
in.
getting Chet. Like Embiid isn't.
no,
It's
not
too
fair.
soon. It's too soon with how much he has left. I think to
I
like
agree.
their window with all these picks is still probably a couple years away.
Yeah,
And
but-
they're gonna ship all sooner or later. The Thunder will ship those picks away for one player and go all in
That's
for
what
a
I'm
2-3
thinking.
year window.
Maybe
You
it's
have to.
Embiid.
If you're a small market, like you have to. There's
They're
no other way to do
they're
it.
the only.
They did it the way
They're
the
the
Sixers
only
should
team
have
that I
done it.
think has a package big enough for a guy like Joel Embiid. Dude, whatever any superstar has got, like Kevin Durant getting traded is different than Embiid getting traded because Kevin
Yeah.
Durant's still like on the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
You know, like unfortunately, but
Right.
Embiid's right smack in the middle, the best center in the
I mean,
NBA.
it's very
besides
similar to
him and
Dame.
Jokic. Like, you don't just like what would the package be for Jokic? It'd be
The world.
insane.
The world.
I feel the same way about Embiid, honestly.
Yeah, it's a center, and it's not a center's league, so it's very nuanced. Like you
Yeah.
have to find the right team. To
Like you're not giving me two players a pick for like two average players.
I think that the Sixers are going to make a move before the deadline for like it's going to be like the last ditch effort to go out and get somebody to play with him. Like
Sure,
there's going to be someone disgruntled somewhere, like probably like Zach. I mean,
that'd be cool.
the Bulls.
Horrible.
What are you doing?
Horrible.
How many years are you going to go into this with the same roster that doesn't work? They had a players only meeting after one game.
Question for you:
It doesn't work.
would you trade Tobias Harris for Zach LaVine straight
I'd
up?
trade him for the Washington.
Straight
team
up.
there.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
think that makes us better?
I mean,
Yeah, it makes
honestly,
it
that's
better.
probably a weird composition for us too. Like that probably
Right.
doesn't make the most sense.
Exactly.
in
That's
the
what I'm
world,
saying. Like, okay, Zach LaVine can give you better games, but like,
but Tobias plays good defense.
yeah, like Zach
he
LaVine's kind
rebounds.
of a loser,
Yeah.
but he's
He needs the
flashier.
ball,
Yeah,
and
he's
like
flashier.
Tobias doesn't.
Well,
need
I'm
the
just
ball.
saying teams like that are going to make it like I would be absolutely shocked if DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine are playing together through the trade deadline this
Yeah,
year.
yeah, for
It's
sure.
one or
I
the
mean, I
other.
can see DeMar make his way to LA some way, shape, or
I
form.
mean, just how many years in a row are you going to go Vooch, LaVine, DeMar, watch it
They got cooked
not
last
work
night.
at all, and then just bring him back
All right,
out?
trivia
Like,
question: how did we get Vooch? How did the
We-
Sixers draft for Vooch?
Well-
Asking Tom.
I actually don't know.
how did they draft him?
How did we come to the pick to get Vooch? I'm almost
I don't
positive.
remember.
No, I'm wrong.
He went to USC. We drafted him.
No, okay, so we drafted him.
Right.
He played for us for a year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And then we traded him
To
for
more-
you.
he went to Orlando, right?
But what was the trade? Who did the Sixers get?
It wasn't Tobias.
Who did
it
the
was
Sixers
later.
get? This is a good one.
I
Wow,
forget.
this is a good one. Who did the Sixers
guard?
get in the trade?
Was it from Orlando? Somebody from Orlando?
It wasn't from Orlando. Do you know?
Oh, it was a 3-way?
It was a 3-way. You like those?
Oh, is it Andrew Bynum?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
That's really
Sorry.
gross.
Andrew Bynum.
That's so
I'm like
gross.
99%
No, I
sure
think you
that's
are.
No, I
right.
think that's right.
Yeah, because Vooch had just had a pretty good rookie year under
Yeah.
what Sixers head coach, Tommy, not Jake.
Vooch had a good year under under
Under who was the head coach of the Sixers? Doesn't usually play rookies. We're weird Sixers fanatics here. You know?
it would be later than Brett.
Not
No,
Brett.
I think it's before.
You know?
I think it's Doug Collins.
Yeah, Doug Collins.
Doug Collins was a legend.
Doug
I know,
Collins was a good coach. He was
so
strict.
fun.
I met him a
So
few times.
fun.
Cool guy.
Evan Turner, Spencer Halls.
Dude,
Oh.
give me that team.
What
That
I
team
could-
was fun.
I
Give me
can't
that
I
team.
can't see Evan Turner without picturing Paul George, and it just upsets me so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Dude, the Evan Turner, like,
You ever
dribble, get to the elbow, turn
Crossover,
around,
mid-range.
spin, mid-range.
dude? But look
He's-
at that Evan Turner draft class, and just try not to be sick.
Dude, I was
It's a
in
bad
eighth
one.
grade.
What was it? It
I
was
was in eighth grade. Sandy Run.
it was someone 1, he was 2, and like
Paul George went
Bradley Beal was
5?
3? No.
I think Paul George went 13, 14.
Did he? I thought he went to pick
Wasn't
after.
It went John Wall,
Derek Favors was 3, I want to say.
2010.
John Wall, Evan Turner, DeMarcus Cousins, I think.
It's
Derek
something like
Favors.
that.
John Wall, Cousins, Gordon Hayward at 3.
Wow.
I love this random shit.
That would have been fun. Gordon
Wait,
Hayward was
where's Evan Turner?
2.
Evan Turner went 2.
Yeah.
2. And Gordon Hayward went 3 and DeMarcus Cousins 4?
Or wait, no, hold on. Those were just highlights from that draft.
Yeah, I was pretty
It's
sure.
you're John Wall, Evan Turner, Derek Favors, Wesley Johnson,
Wesley Johnson was in
remember.
college.
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
then Boogie.
He was good in 2K. I remember he was
Wesley
like,
Yeah,
Johnson.
Paul George went 10. It was 9 Gordon Hayward, 10 Paul George, and you know what's crazy? Listen to 3 above them: Ekpe Udo,
sure.
Greg Monroe,
Oh, yeah.
and then the legend Al Farouk Aminu.
Wait, Greg Monroe College, Georgetown?
I want to say
I'm
you're
pretty
right.
sure it's
I want to say
Georgetown.
you're right. I want to say you're right.
Georgetown. I love.
Look that up, and I'm pretty sure it's Georgetown.
We didn't
I
even
don't
touch on
even
college
think that-
basketball. We'll hold on that for
Yeah,
next
hold on,
episode.
because I haven't
But
done enough research.
we've got some
I need-
college basketball
I need
insiders that we
Mitch.
could
I
bring
need
on.
Mitch here for
And
college basketball.
we need Mitch, maybe a little Dial, whatever.
Derek
A lot of fun.
Favors.
That's soon though. Anyway, we got like
Oh,
1 minute left.
hold on. Who was in front of Derek Favors in Utah when they drafted him?
Al Jefferson.
No, I
No.
think so. Pretty sure I got this one too. Because he was kind of good when he was younger.
Derek Favors was great.
No, before the
Oh.
guy he replaced.
Oh God.
I can give you, he's blacklisted from the NBA or blackballed.
Carlos Boozer. Who am I thinking of?
Ennis Cantor.
Wow.
I'm
could
almost
play.
positive.
He was good. He was everywhere.
Favors replaced him. Gobert replaced Favors.
Yeah, Favors was like such a random role player, but we didn't even touch on it. But like this weekend is probably the biggest sports gambling weekend of the year. You have literally every sport.
I wish
We're
we had
talking
the
even
Phillies more
MLS
sense.
playoffs. You got every sport.
I'm
Unfortunately,
not
not the
betting on
Phillies,
MLS
but
playoffs.
yeah,
Is
unless
there
I
any stock
give
to
it
the
to you.
bet right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm always trying to bet. I could be any time of day. Like, especially if I lose, like that chase. I don't chase like that. If I lose a couple $100, I'm not chasing with like thousands. But shit, if there's soccer on the middle of the day and my boy Funker Zlotny gives me a pick, like
Dude, I love hearing
I'm trying
that.
to bet it.
We hit the. You guys missed it, but Marseille,
we just hit-
AEK, Athens,
We
but.
just hit for like $2,000. sitting here.
So what are you guys doing this weekend for these games? You've got literally college football, NFL, NBA, MLB.
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you
I'm
doing?
hanging out with my lovely wife.
I love it. Tom, you got anything planned?
Tommy's single.
I'm gonna sit on the couch
Tom,
for
any ladies
2
in play?
straight games.
Yeah, any ladies? What if a lady comes to the play and is like, I want you to take me out during.
But you can't.
You can't look at your phone. All right, let's talk about that real quick. The dating scene and your being a capper. How's that go down?
Not well,
Why not?
because I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, like I'm
Staring at my
trying
screen.
to talk to you and get to know you, and you're like,
I
You
mean-
gotta do like a Monday night date.
I
Like,
mean-
I'm really busy on the weekend.
do you explain? So how do you explain what you do?
That is a good question.
Your first date.
How the
hey,
hell
what
do you-
Honestly, like usually, if I'm at like a bar or something, I'm in sales still.
I love
Okay,
that.
cool. I like that.
Like I don't even feel like fucking talking about
Yeah,
it.
because like, but on
Stupid.
a one-on-one date, like, hey Tommy, like you're a great guy. What do you do for a living?
Me and my buddy started a gambling, or I usually say a sports media
It
company.
Okay,
is. That's
cool.
what we're going.
I tell people sometimes I'm a professional gambler.
Like I tell my family, I still tell my like immediate family, I'm like, I'm not trying to explain the
Right.
nuances of how absurd this is.
Everyone,
It is
everyone at
absurd.
the wedding was like, "What's Larry? Why does everyone keep calling you Larry? What's Larry?" I'm like, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, for another time.
Yeah,
But
it's for another conversation. You wouldn't understand. But then,
I mean,
like,
it's a new
then
world.
you have people that, like, let's take, like, a 50-year-old guy, for example, who knows what a capper is
right.
and saw people, like, in their heyday of betting. What do? How's this go down? Like, are you one of these guys that says, like, I need to bet with you because I'm like, no, that's not it.
It's very different.
We created a community where we give out bets, whether they're parlays or straight bets, and it's like a huge group chat that there's a couple leaders that give out bets and everyone takes them. What happens when you lose? Are people coming at, like,
It sucks.
it sucks. Like, we know it. Like, people chirp us all the time. Like, that's part of the game. In one ear, out the other ear. Or if you let it sit with you, you're never gonna win.
Right.
In one ear, out the other ear.
Yeah.
So, like, these grown men are just like, wow, that's amazing. Like, how'd you think of that? I'm like, I just saw other people doing it.
You were on it. I remember in the
I was
beginning.
on it.
You were like, I think I can like make money doing this.
I think I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love sports.
The
That's
problem
the
is that
American
mentally,
dream.
it's like it's really hard to turn off. Like when
It's
I'm
terrible.
not on my phone, like it's honestly terrible. But like I'm always thinking about like, oh, I just missed like
right.
an NBA, especially NFL's a little bit different because like you have the Sunday and it's
Right.
like, but the NBA season is like a grind.
Dude, I
Dude, this
literally
Sunday you guys might
I
not
said,
blink.
I might have said 2 sentences to my wife last night. I was like, yo, I'm locked into my phone.
I mean, it's just like
opening night.
the injury news comes in so fast, and then like that prop that you wanted is up for 10 seconds and it's gone.
Yeah.
It
Dude, we're going to
sucks.
bed. We're going to bed, and Mrs. Larry's asleep. I'm literally under the covers. I'm under the covers like this, like, because I don't want the brightness to see her. I'm just like looking under.
Dude,
like,
I stay up till like 3 in the morning. I stay up till like 3 in the morning during NBA season just staring at it, and it's like I love it. It's so fun. Like I always thought it was fun even before we did this, but now
Right.
it's just like
It's more
Yeah.
amplified.
because now it's like not only are you winning like yourself money, you're winning.
I don't even care about that part anymore.
I want to win.
I want to win everybody
I wanna
else
win you
money.
money.
Yeah, exactly. That's more
Let
fun.
us win you money.
It's
Let
fun.
us win
It's
you
more
money.
fun.
Yeah, like, and we've created a good team under us, whether it's Funk, Gay for Gambling, Zlotny, Rocket Picks, Craig, Buddha.
It's fun. It's a good group. I
Like,
mean,
we have a really good team under us of cappers, guys. Before you can be a good gambler and work for us, you have to be a good guy. You're a scumbag. I don't want you. Straight. Like,
Yeah.
Call it how it is.
I mean, people
And
they
nothing's
don't last.
Nothing's ever just like, I look at this as a team. So like my team is
Today's been unreal.
me,
I mean,
Tommy, Diesel, Gay for Gambling. That's
got
kind of
Roger here like producing.
yeah.
It's like
but
a whole
in
thing.
terms of the Discord, like
Yeah,
it's Larry's Lounge, but it's really a team effort all the way around.
for sure.
It's
For
not just me. Like
I mean, it's grown.
executive decision. Like this is my way or the highway. Like I'm calling Diesel, I'm calling Tommy, I'm calling Gay for Gambling all day.
It's work. It's
Thinking
life.
what do you guys think about this? What moves can we do? What kind of bets you like? Like let's do this, let's do that.
Tommy, I've noticed. I've seen a couple tweets. You're a Call of Duty guy.
I am
I'm not the biggest. We don't really
I
play
love
much.
Call
I don't
of
play
Duty.
video
I love
games.
Give
video
me your
games.
Give me your favorite map. Give the people what they want.
Favorite map? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I remember
Probably
like Rust.
Rust.
I remember
Yeah, probably
Rust. That's a
Rust?
classic.
All I know is what's the game that Ninja did? That was
Oh, Fortnite.
Fortnite?
I
My
play
boy used to do
Still
that.
love Fortnite.
my
yeah.
boy used to be like, yo,
I still love Fortnite.
Larry, I'm dropping in Tomato Town right now. I'm like, bro, Tomato Town?
It's the best.
Fuck is Tomato Town?
Yeah, we'll pivot into like some gaming segments too.
I
I'm
never
sure.
game.
Dude,
I know
NBA
Slots
season's
is
hilarious
too.
because like I just stay up so late and I'll just like play video games
Yeah.
and look at props. for,
Tommy
like,
lives
3
like
hours.
Tommy lives like the elite life of a single 27-year-old man in Philadelphia. Like,
He's doing it.
can do
28.
whatever he wants, play video
28.
games all day,
I'm almost 29.
gamble all day, work out whenever. He's living.
I think that's a good first episode we got.
Yeah, Lounge
mean-
Talk. Lounge Talk. This is Lounge Talk, the real episode 1. We're going to be coming to you more consistently, talking bets, talking everything that's like almost current events.
Mhm.
It's almost like sports talk radio tied into gambling Twitter.
Tied into everything in between.
We're going to have some callers be able to call in. Shout out Moneymaker in the Discord. I know you're going to call in and say some wild stuff. Diesel's giving me the finger in the back, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's be fun.
The slate calls that we do in the Discord, we're going to bring them
So
live
fun.
on the show.
They're so
Yeah.
fun.
Because they'll be like,
They're also hilarious. Everybody says the dumbest shit of all time.
I mean, literally the dumbest shit you could imagine, which we love.
I feel like
because
it's a very NBA. Slate call is NBA.
Oh yeah.
People
So
are
get
like,
ready.
let's do slate call for baseball. And
It's like what the fuck, like
it's like, dude, there's 2 pitchers I like. Like
Yeah.
this game's gonna go under. Probably.
NBA is way better.
NBA's so fun,
So
and we got like 7 months of it.
yeah,
So
we're back.
Lounge Talk episode 1. I don't want to say like, subscribe, follow.
Do it.
because
No,
you already
do it, yeah.
Okay, like,
Hey,
subscribe,
If
follow.
you enjoyed the video, swipe up
Yeah,
swipe
give us
up
a
the
like.
games involved.
Give us a like. you like Tommy? Follow him on
No,
Twitter.
just tell my parlay because that shit.
Just
smacking.
always tell Tommy's parlay. That's like
Yeah, that's
when
smacking.
my friends want to come to Discord, they're out, and I'm like, I'm cold. I'm like, dude, I'm cold right now. Just take everyone to Tommy's parlays.
Yeah, it's the best. But no, this was awesome. We're gonna wrap it there.
All right,
We'll
wrap
be
it
back.
up.
We're gonna do this
That's a
twice
wrap.
a week. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Let's do it.
Love you guys.
Peace.
That's most important.
Thank you. Everything.
Wrap it up.